Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to the video walkthrough presentation of your dinner this evening. As you all already know, you had handout notes that were sent to you via me in an email prior to your delivery, and you also have that in your kit, a printed copy along with a menu. Make sure you have all your food packed into the fridge and that you have your dining room set up along with the notes that we talked about, the setup for the kitchen. You are now set. You are ready to go. The last pro tip I want to give to you before the video begins for you, know that you can pause it each time you make a course. And do you want a little fun twist for tonight? When you finish doing the cocktails and the canapes and you pause it, look at somebody who doesn't expect it at the table and said, "Hey Bill, you mind doing the next course?" And they can just come into the kitchen and follow me. Thanks for joining us and happy Thanksgiving. You can't do a Thanksgiving dinner without starting off with an incredible cocktail. I've got something super fun for you. You go to your kit and bring out these two containers. You got these little solo cups, you got 2 limes, and I got 2 cans of limonada. This is 4 cocktails. These are generous cocktails. These are 2-ounce shot cocktails, and it's a whiskey, maple, cider, lime, infused limonada. Gonna be tasty. So let's dive into the container. You got 2 limes, and in each container, you've got 4 in total, 4 of these. And each one is for each cocktail. So get yourself either 4 low balls or 4 high balls, or if you want to change it up, do something else. Just don't use a wine glass. Let's just, we're not giving that much Thanksgiving today. And I also got wine coming up later, so we have a killer Tempranillo for you. It's really dead easy, let's do it. So, first thing you wanna do, you wanna become the ice master. Go to your fridge, get yourself some ice out of the ice machine, get yourself loaded up, put ice into each one. Now, if you're not really a fan of doing a 2-ounce shot, then we can change it up and you can just do half a portion of this liquid into each drink, but I say you should let your hair down and just go for it and do the drink as I've made it. Okay, so we're almost there. You know, this is like a full-time job doing ice. Look at this. All right, so we're all loaded up there. Now, fresh lime juice, the only way you can do fresh lime juice is you got to do it at the very, very moment. So let me just make a little bit of room here so my cameraman can get in and get a tight up here on that. So really simple, straightforward. There's the top, there's the bottom of the lime. You're just going to come in with your knife. Okay, we're going to do it again. What we're trying to go for here is trying to get all the essence, the fresh lime. You don't want to have lime juice a day old, an hour old, nothing. You want to have it right at the very moment. So you're going to basically take 2 of these cheeks and we're going to squeeze right in. I mean, doesn't that look just awesome? Look at how fresh that is. Ideally, try to get it all in. Got one more. So your choice of whiskey, whether you want to go single malt, something local. There's so much available right now. It's completely out of control. If you ever plan to make this, I've literally used apple cider. Oh, and here's another trick. There's all that pith and the edge of the lime, and they've been washed. Don't worry. We're not gonna get you all messed up here. Just take the end bits and pop them right into the drink, okay? Now, you're going to take these cups, and it's 1 cup. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's 1 cup per glass. Looks like that's gonna be my portion. Absolutely. That's just the roll of the dice, ladies and gentlemen. And then, take your limonada, give a little top up, and there's 2 ways to drink this cocktail. You can see the clarity, the kind of like the cloudiness on top of the limonada. So let me just show you what I'm referring to, 2 ways to have this drink. You can do the non-alcoholic version of celebrating Thanksgiving and then follow me down, people. Keep coming all the way down. And then you can have this at the very end, which will probably widen the eyes, quicken the pulse, and make you feel so awesome. I mean, imagine maple syrup, cider, whiskey, fresh lime, lime bitters. I mean, this is citric. And then the true way you need to do it, get a spoon, get a knife, go right in, give them a little Hammerstein. And yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I don't wreck myself for this demo today for you. So civil. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. A little bit of a citric kiss to start Thanksgiving. Pull you right in. We're gonna do some canapes or little bites, as somebody likes to refer to them. I think it's my son, my daughter. One of them just loves little bites. Let's talk about what you've got. You're gonna go to your box, your kit. You're gonna bring out container A and container B. Some tasty stuff going on here. In container B, shrimp and chorizo croquettes, memories of Mexico for me. I've already crispy fried them for you. So there's two ways to do this. You can either eat them cold, or you pop them in a 300-degree oven and you let them go for about 4 minutes. Also on a foil tray, out they come. They'll be nice and hot to the touch. It's potato-based. Shrimp, chorizo, little panko crusting with chorizo on top of it. I mean, look they just look gorgeous, right? So imagine, if you will, they've been heated. And inside the container, we've got two little containers here. We've got some house pickled jalapeno, and then I've got a little bit of chili flake to kind of go as a garnish. So the setup for this dish is very, very simple. We'll do the croquettes first. So I wouldn't even use that, actually. I would just take a spoon and get yourself a serving dish that you can present this on to the fam, right? And put a big blob down at one end and just take your spoon and go, Brrr. And maybe you want to do a dot there, and maybe you want to do a dot there. Okay, lots. Maybe a little bit for here. It might be early, but it's darn tasty. Take your croquettes, drop them alternating. A little bit of chili flake down all over. Everybody gets a little jalapeno action. Look at that stuff. You see the chlorophyll look to these? You ever see jalapenos in the store and they're like in a little glass jar and they're like, I'm brown and I'm more pickly than spicy. That's what we don't want. We want that chlorophyll action and that heat. So these just got pickled a couple of days ago before we sent them out to you, but they're pickled in what I like to call like a quickle. So it's very quick and it's done fast and it's not hot, the pickling solution. Let's jump into this classic in cooking, sous vide or vacuum packed, definitely not sous vide, vacuum packed watermelon done with a simple syrup with a bit of ginger. And look at this. I mean, it looks like little chunks of tuna, right? And just haphazardly. And you know, you get more than 4 pieces because watermelon at this time of the year, well, I mean, let's just say it, right? It's Thanksgiving. It's not in season. It's all about kind of spoiling yourself and having some fun things. So watermelon down. And then look, what we've done at the shop, we've got a Komodo barbecue right in the kitchen. And we hickory smoke this cheese. Totally divine. There's lots of it in here. I don't think I'm going to give you that much. I think I was out of control when I was portioning it last night. But you're going to have enough time to kind of offset the sweet ripeness of this watermelon against the salty hickory smoke flavor of the cheese and the salt of the black olive. It's oven dried. I mean, you walk out in the room with a cocktail and you have these, and if the kids don't turn off the TV and grandma puts down the book, somebody's in trouble, but you're not. I mean, who doesn't hate Brussels sprouts? I mean, we've got to do it, right? It's the elephant in the room, so why don't we just get it out of the way? It's in the first course, and let's get it out of the way in a beautiful way. So go to the fridge, bring out this container, container 1, we have everything we need in it. We've got paprika oil, the za'atar, we'll talk a little bit about that, labneh done with garlic confit, the citric lime balm with some more za'atar inside, And in here, we have some Brussels sprouts that have already been crispy roasted fried along with the carrots. So you've got everything in here. And what I need you to do is take container one, give it a little shaky. You want to just kind of bathe, bless, christen your vegetables in here. Keep everything separated for now. All right, and then, so simple this, you know, some things in life are just so beautiful. So watch. Get yourself 4 little appetizer plates. Grab yourself a spoon. This is labneh. Remember, you're the chef. You're supposed to use your fingers. They're the cleanest thing in the kitchen, and I hope you washed your damn hands. But let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just split it by 4. I'm a tapa. It's my mom said that. So down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, first element, the carrots. Split them 4 ways. Try to separate the colors. Now, they're heirloom carrots. Let's hope the week of Thanksgiving that we're on right now, that there's more than just all purple or all orange or all yellow. As you can see today, because we filmed this a couple weeks ago, it's not Thanksgiving for real time. Okay, everybody, you with me? The carrots this week, heirlooms, are actually, there's a lot of purples going on this week. So now you've got your Brussels sprouts to put down. See how painless this is going to be? There's not going to be any tears at the dining room table. And if there are, well, you know, I'm just like, deal with it. Let's talk a little bit about one amazing thing, za'atar. So this is comprised of oregano, sumac, toasted sesame seeds, black and white, cumin, fresh thyme, salt, and chili flakes. So this is more Aleppo style than Lebanese style. So it's got just a different kind of element to it. It's all about balancing sweet, spice, and sour in there. So again, have a go and be like, oh my gosh. Go ahead, sprinkle some of this down. It's not going to kill the palate. It's going to waken the palate up. You know, at a special time of the year with the seasons changing, these colors just work so beautifully. And when we pop it all down and finish it off with a splash of this, oh, look. Well, the health board will be over in a minute, right to your house. So we come down to our final element here, which is the paprika oil. It doesn't really, it's very neutral, but it's beautiful, it's colorful. And literally all we do is we take half olive, half veg, paprika, and we bring it up very, very slowly until it's infused, and then we pass it through a coffee filter. And then you've got this incredible color the next day. You just pop it in the fridge and you let it go overnight. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer, but ooh! I mean, who isn't gonna love that? Say goodbye to the days of having just a good old Caesar salad, baby. Happy Thanksgiving. Course 2, we're gonna go in and we're gonna do something pretty classic, but a little bit of a twist to it. We're doing a roast onion and mushroom soup with poule de confit, and then we're gonna do an aged cheddar cheese topper. Yes, it's onion soup au gratin is what we're gonna achieve here today. So go to the kit, go to the fridge, pull out 2A and 2B. Let's have a look what we've got here. Miracle of technology, the soup is already hot, it's ready to go. It's not a pureed soup. The duck confits in here, sliced mushrooms, the roasted onions, kind of like an onion soup style. And what I want you to do is on your stovetop, my pot was a little warm, sounds good too. But there's my soup cooking, okay? So that's ready to go. It's gorgeous. It's very chunky, it's very hearty, it's perfect for this time of the year. If you want to adjust it, People make mistakes in their lives all the time. Go for it if you want to muck with it and change the consistency, but I would leave it alone. Because it's cold, it looks really thick. Let the heat come to it. While that's going on, come over to 2B. You should have a little small tray in the house, okay? Because what we're going to do is, we're going to take this, set your oven to broil. While it's on broil, I'm sure there's some Brits out there that love doing this in the morning. I know I do it. Now I get my hands smacked for doing it at my age because, well, it's not exactly the healthiest thing. So these are already shallow fried croutons for you. They're dried, they're loaded, flavor, oil, butter. It's got some applewood cheddar smoked cheddar cheese, aged. You're going to just take some of this cheese and you're going to put them down on each crostini or crouton. The crouton is very dry, and it's supposed to be because this soup, which is like within literally 12 seconds has come to a boil, just because I actually preheated it. But back to it here, just get this cheese over the 4 crostinis or croutons. Remember, don't throw it in the garbage, do your recycling. Let's head to the kitchen and we're gonna get the crostinis done, all right? Let your soup come up to a boil or a simmer and let's head in. It's a long walk, but it's a great walk because once you get to the kitchen now, you're not gonna have a salamander like we have here in the kitchen at Next, but you have an option in your oven called broil. Maybe some of you have never heard of it. Today's the discovery. Set it to broil, pop your tray into the salamander, or in your case, the broiler. Close your oven door, because now all the ovens, the broiler will actually turn off if the oven's open. And then you're either gonna have to look through the window, or, it's okay, I have hands of steel. Because you can see at the very back there, that darkness coming on that crostini. But what we're looking for, have a look. Oh, look at that. Dirty. Very lovely. So cheese is gratinating up gorgeously. And what I like to do, and this isn't about your high blood pressure. This is about here. This is about here. Take some salt and sprinkle it over the top of it, okay? I'm not gonna give you the salt because I don't wanna be, wow, that's crazy. What you wanna do is you wanna get some Malden salt. You just wanna kind of do a little, you don't make it salty. There's nothing wrong with salt. So, leather hands are gonna come back. Yeah, I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter how many years you work in the industry. Some things are just way too hot. Let's head back. Amazing, you've come back. Well, in your case, you didn't have to go far because your broiler, your stove, you're heating your soup up right on the stove. So, look at this. I mean, you know, if autumn could have a look and a feel, it's right here. You know, the trees are changing. Well, in this case, I think the trees are almost done, aren't they? I mean, we're filming here in mid-September, and it's a chilly one this morning for us as we do this shot. But so the garnish is in, and then you're going to come along with the broth, and you're going to fill up each one. Thick and hearty. So, wow. So just a little equalization here of the plates. So that, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, is a liter of soup. So we're looking at about 200, 250 grams per person. Don't be too concerned that the bowl's not 100% filled up. It's hearty. This is an intense broth. It's made with love and care. It's made for you to celebrate this special day of our lives, especially after all this rubbish we've gone through the last couple of years. Open, closing, takeout food, run to the store, run here, run there. Let's do a little blessing, a little christening on the soup. So we're just gonna drop this little crostini down on top. Crouton, it's gonna float on top. This is not the time to go for a bio break. This is not the time to go outside and walk the dog. This is time to serve the soup. Warm the heart, enjoy the soup. fish now. I mean, you know, talk about elevating a Thanksgiving evening. Would you think you'd have fish? Well, you are. We're gonna do sole almondine, green beans. We're gonna head to Sicily, do a little bit of andouille, a little butter, caper, and crisp guanciale with this. So let's get into it. The containers are 3B and 3A. You bring those over. Each one's gonna be for 4. In here we have the butter sauce. We're gonna put that into that pot there, and we're gonna heat that up at the very last minute. So get yourself a small little sauce pot. Oh, I've lost my garbage can. The next one, crisp guanciale. That is the andouille. So the simplicity of it is that have a preheated pan. Don't worry, the pan's a little bit smoky. Not crazy, but it's there for sure. And what we've done is we've put a little bit of oil down in here for you. You're gonna just pop that right into the pan. You're gonna add the guanciale. So the guanciale, actually, my apologies, not the guanciale, the andouille. So the andouille is here. So we've cut the andouille with some pork, and we've got the andouille oil in there, looking gorgeous. And all you're gonna do is try not to touch it. Keep it on a pretty solid high flame. While that's all going on, we come over to the next side where we've got the fish. So you've got 1 slice per person of the fish. You have some all-purpose flour. You have some butter and oil, vegetable oil, and you've got some toasted almonds. So the fish, what you do here, you get a medium heated pan. There it is. Ooh, that's medium, all right. And we're gonna go down with the oil first. Not the butter, just the oil. You're going to take the flour and dump it down on the top container. Give it a little shake. Check out the technique. All right? The fish will actually be cut down a little bit more than this. So let me do it. Just a slight oversight, nothing major here. Nothing to see here, people. But I kind of just like it all separated up, so we're just gonna cut that right down the middle, and don't worry, I'll make sure that's done for you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 1, 2, drop. 1, 2, drop. Now, did you notice there's the presentation side, and then this side is the side that is going to be going down. So presentation side down first. Lay all your fish down. You need a fairly decent sized frying pan to make this work for you. So you've got just enough flour to coat this all. And the flour, if you don't want to do the flour, that's fine. You can omit it if you like it, but it's all about flavor again. And that's important that we get that going on. So that's done. And we're gonna let everything just kind of cook out. And it's not going to take very long. We're on a high heat. We'll back over to the beans. Haven't touched them, right? Let's touch them. Look at that. Now we can go with the guanciale. Okay, the green beans were already blanched. Now they're being cooked out with a guanciale. If you want to hit it with a bit more oil, no problem. Meanwhile, I've found the fish spatula. This is what you want. It's very good. It's delicate. It's not going to hurt the fish. You can just see the fish is getting color. Where is it getting color the most? Obviously dead center in the pan, because I mean, look at the flame. I mean, the flame literally is not going to cover the heat for this whole pan. It is transitioning out, but we're going to get better color in the center. So I can already tell that we're ready to do a little flipsy. And we just want like light golden brown. We don't want this to be like spotty, crusty, dirty, but we want a little bit of crust. And that was the whole purpose of flouring, was to give it that crust effect. All right, so here's another 2 pieces. This is just working out. See how gentle I am? It's like a baby's bottom, right? Just got to treat it so gentle and loving with care. Get it all sorted. There we go. Now, the butter that we had in the bottom of the container cubed up, this is to promote flavor. Fat is flavor. That butter is going to promote color, promote flavor. It's going to get a noisette kind of feel to it. The beans have now gotten to the point that the smell, oh, smell-o-rama, can you smell that? It's just crazy. That nduja with the guanciale has totally come out. And you know, in Italy, they never have done that. Put guanciale with nduja. Of course they have. It's such an incredible flavor, such a great profile. So look, all you're gonna do now, put your beans down with your guanciale. You know, it's like a little tour of the world we're doing here, right? A little French onion soup. Now we're having a little Italian by this good old mungie cake from Canada, from good old Stitz Vegas, doing some beans and guanciale and just having some fun, because that's what Thanksgiving should be. It should be a discovery of not only reuniting with friends, but a discovery of new flavors, and how grateful we've been for how amazing the year has been. And now look at the fish. So it's straightforward, kids. Take the fish right from the pan. You've got 2 pieces per person. Now, while I'm pulling this off, I'd like you to use your third arm and drop on your other burner on your stove. Use your third arm and put your sauce on that I had in the container, which is the caper sauce. In the sauce, the almonds, you're just gonna pop those into the sauce. We have some for table garnish over here, of course. Fish down. Isn't that lovely? Look at the color on this one. Woo! That's looking dirty. There we go. All right, you got all the scribbly bits with the burnt butter in here. You're gonna take a third of that. You're gonna put it all in. You're gonna put it all in because it's good. It's good for you. It's going to bring flavor. So the beurre noisette that you added the butter with the oil into the frying pan, your fish is ready. You're gonna now just basically bring this together with the butter. And look, life is so easy. It smells so good with the butter, the caper, the lemon. Oh. Pan-seared sole amandine with green beans, guanciale, nduja. Let the fun begin. Course 4, going to do some pasta. I'm going to stay with the Italian theme a little bit here. So we've got these lovely little raviolis, and you're probably looking at them going, that's the weirdest looking ravioli I've ever seen. Well, yeah, this is done from a production standpoint, because today, Thanksgiving, we have approximately 100 families across the city that are having this. So that's like, that's 400 raviolis I've had to make. So it's all about ease of production and thinking, being a bit forward thinking, and how to keep the flavor profiles going, but also maximize the efficiency of it. So what we do here is we roll out a long sheet, and we literally cut like 8-inch long segments, butter, pipe the filling down, and roll them up. I like to refer to them as firecrackers. So you're going to grab container 4. Inside the container, you have some vegetable oil with butter cubed, the 4 raviolis, so a little chiffonade of parsley, and then this is a basil, I believe it's truffle. I'm sure it is. Oh my gosh, it's white truffle butter sauce. So simply put, how do we get this done? Get a frying pan on, medium flame, put your vegetable oil in the pan. These are not getting blanched in water. They've already been blanched for you. On the other burner, we're gonna kick that one on. It's not cooperating with me. Do you ever have that problem with stoves? They just don't wanna, it's like you gotta almost be like a shaman speaking to it to get it to do something. We're gonna get that down on a very low flame, and we're gonna pop the butter sauce inside of there. Hallelujah. All right. So parsley for garnish. This is up to heat now. You're going to take the raviolis, or the firecrackers as I've sometimes referred to them, And we're gonna pop those in so they're nice and starting to get crispy.
You like to shake? Yes, you like shaking, don't you? No shake.
You ever got people? There's always somebody. You ever have somebody like come in the kitchen and they're like, you know, that person has got like a, you know, they're misaligned in reality. There's something going wrong with them. And then they walk away. You don't really need to shake it. You need to leave it because it's not sticking, right? Look, it's moving around, it's good. Shaking is people when they're paranoid because why? They most likely have poo-poo-ish pans that are not really well, you know, Teflon coated or well seasoned, and everything they put in, it just goes, ah! It's like concrete. So in this regard, we're not having any issues. So butter sauce is coming up. Right back over here. We're looking for a crispy pasta coating on the outside. So we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna give a little turn. We got a little bit of color starting to show. Let's see if I can speed this action up. Yes, it was on a medium low. I'm now on a medium high. All right. Cooking time wise, we're probably talking about a minute on each side to make this a reality for the raviolis, to heat them through and through inside. And don't like go off track here, like, oh, I'm gonna put some water in there. I'm gonna like do a simmer boil action. Not a good idea. You're gonna make the pasta stodgy. Remember, the pasta's already blanched, it's cooked. We're just bringing it back up to temperature, but we're giving it kind of like a little crispiness to it. So I'm gonna do another flip. Getting much better color now coming through and through. I'm gonna flip the pan around so our awesome cameraman can give you an awesome shot of that. Look at there. While we've been doing all that, and then these raviolis have not been in the pan more than like 3 minutes. Doing one more turn. When in doubt, use your fingers. One more turn. Amazing. All right, you've got a plate set up. You want the plates to be warmed. That's your choice, that's your direction. If you have a warming drawer, keep the plates in the warming drawer. Now, we want to add the butter. You don't need much, it's about 3. If you want a little side tip here, we didn't include it in the kit, you could grab a little bit of acidity at this time, like a lime cheek or a lemon cheek, and just give a little squirt just on pickup. But you want to make sure the butter cubes are not sitting on the pasta. They go down below, and we get a little bit of color. Look at that. Woo! Turn it off. See the smoke? That's enough. That's enough. We don't need any more than that. So, we are now going to go down. 1, 2, 3. Look at the color on that one. Da, 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 da. That's great. Okay. I'm going to take a little splash of this butter. I'm going to put it into my butter sauce. So sometimes when you're cooking, your sauce might reduce too quickly. It's not the end of the world. You can see in here it's too thick and there's not enough of it. It's just because it reduced too quickly on me because I was spending so much time with my raviolis. It's not the end of the world. A little bit of water. Okay, it's brought the temperature down, yes, but look, the viscosity, you don't want it thick and clumpy just because you mucked it up and let it reduce too much. You want to bring back that viscosity of the liquid, of the sauce, and obviously when the sauce is going down, your spoon, you want it to come in for a close-up. You want it to coat the back of the spoon, but you don't want it dropping. You see the drops coming? It's almost like 1, 2, 3. It's like every second. See this? Watch the drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the viscosity you want. But if it's like clumping off, then you've obviously got it too thick. I'd just give this just a little more touch of water. Anything can be fixed. You just got to have the will. So my sauce is back up, and all we're going to do is head on down. White truffle sauce, done with fresh basil. We'll go right down. gosh, there's a surprise garnish in here. I love surprises. Thank you, Chef Matt. There's capers and parsley in here. That's fun. Little crispy fried capers with parsley. Look at that. Give it up for Chef Matt. Firecracker ravioli, green peas stuffed with roast garlic confit, and a white truffle sauce garnished with capers and parsley. Pretty awesome Thanksgiving dinner, I do say so. You know, Thanksgiving's not going to be perfect if we don't have turkey. So we're on course 5. We're on the climax of this menu, as classically it would be the main course, but this is a tasting menu. So we're doing turkey. The turkey is actually going to be, I've got too much smoke on me, pan. Let me just adjust that. There we go. This is a galantine of turkey. So traditionally the stuffing would be served on the side, and traditionally you'd have this honking huge turkey in your kitchen, and there's probably only 4 or 6 of you in the house, or maybe there's 8 of you in the house today, and you just, you know, you're gonna have all these leftovers. Well, here you're not gonna have any leftovers. You're gonna be dialed right in. So the turkey breast, this roulade, has been pounded out like a paillard, very thin, and then we roll the stuffing inside, and then we poach it. So you can see this is gorgeous. It's got lots of moisture to it. What are we going to do? In the pan is some oil. Not a lot, but enough. You're gonna take each piece of turkey galantine in your frying pan, and over a medium heat, you're gonna drop it down. All right? So, and then in the other side, we do have a knob of butter for one. And then on the other side, we have a little saute pan, which we need because we've got some asparagus, a little bit of vegetable action. Yeah, I know asparagus isn't in season, but you know what? It's totally awesome. Oh, look, it's another turkey takeaway order coming in. People are just, you know, when you sell out, you're in demand. So, asparagus, popping it into a little frying pan, drop of butter, the remaining oil that's in the pan. There's not much here, but there's enough to get it going, all right? And the oil has actually been soaked up by the asparagus. So once the butter ball goes, haha, butter ball, get it? Once it goes, the butter, drop the asparagus over the top of it. Get rid of your container, grab another container for your sauce. Your sauce is here. This is the, oh, I can't believe I did that. That is so awesome. It's a cranberry star anise gastrique. So when you go to grab a pan, it shouldn't make that noise. So that's a little hot. Probably wasn't looking at what I was doing, but it's okay. I've saved the day again with the water, right? And let me go get the potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Joël Robuchon, mashed potatoes. This is your starch to go with your turkey. There'd be a lot of potato there. Inside of here, you've got a garnish, some pickled carrots. So to heat your mashed potato, you could pre-do this, but honestly, I'm just going to pop it into a little sauce pot. There's some oil in there. You're gonna take those potatoes, pop them down. The asparagus, see the color? Keep it to the side. Potatoes on. Take a little bit of water. Watch how much water. That's it. We just need that to kind of bring everything together inside the pot. Just break up your chunks. Keep that going, and that is over a medium-high flame. Okay, and back over, we've got our garnish. The turkey is continuing to cook, and all we're going to do is take a pair of tongs, come in here, and flip. And flip. Now, you can do two things here. You can have an oven preheated to 350, conventional, 300 convection, and you could pop this in the oven and continue to let it get crispy and cook out for approximately another 7 minutes. Or you can just keep it on the fry top, get your flame up. This heat is going to move through here. These are just pickled carrots, just a little bit of flavor action going there. You can see the potatoes over here are starting to come up in color. So again, just to review in case I lost you, mashed potato, asparagus with butter, cranberry ginger gastrique, potatoes with stuffing, pickled carrots. It's a full on. Like if you're getting full, you're not full. You're happy. It's giving time to be thankful. So let's do it. So the turkey is just looking gorgeous with the butter in there, the color's coming up. This for in total is in the pan for at least a good 6 minutes. As we start to come to the end of it, we're gonna do a little quick action. So let's just give this potato another hit. Oh yeah, this is almost there. You can see the potatoes are kind of whipped through and through. And they're gorgeous. And they're just about there. This is looking gorgeous. We're gonna just do a little blessing. Ready? Just a little. Just let the steam come through and through. Let all those flavors that are at the bottom work through and through. Turn it. Okay, keep it tight. We're about to plate. And what's the first thing we're going to start with? The potatoes. The potatoes. And the potatoes. Put the asparagus back on. Potatoes. Look at how fast that was. That wasn't on there for more than like 3.5 minutes, if that, tops. All right, so potato down. 1. We'll come back here. 2. 3. 4. Finish it off. Lots of potato for everybody. Fully seasoned, ready to go, no shenanigans. Asparagus, almost there. Turkey, guess what? One more turn. Look at this. All right, soaked up all the juices. Go 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. This is for a little person. Yes, this is for a little person with a big stomach. So asparagus is cooked, keeping it together. We'll pop a couple pieces down. You got a good solid 4 pieces per portion of asparagus. That's a 4-ounce container of sauce. Make sure you get all of that out. Don't be leaving anything behind. All right, just to hit it with a touch of water. We're going to take our carrots and we're just going to lay them down, kind of spreading over the asparagus. We are at the end, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're just going to take the sauce. You're going to put a nappage, a nice spoon of it, right over the top of your turkey. You know, if I were you, I'd get the camera out and get your photo up on Instagram, because no one's doing a sexy turkey plate like that on Thanksgiving, but you are. Enjoy. Well, you've made it. Congratulations. We're on the last course, course 6. I want you to head in and I want you to grab container 6. Everything for this dessert for 4 is packed into this box. Let's have a look inside of what we got. This is a ginger chocolate pot de creme. Now, pot de creme, think like creme brulee. So this is egg yolks, sugar, chocolate, cream cooked out. Traditionally, it would be piped into a mold, hence the French word for pot de creme. But what we've done here is we want you to have a little fun. So this is the time to get the kids, get the family into the kitchen. And you've got this little piping bag here. of the pot de creme ginger chocolate, and then you have some espresso meringue, so everybody can kind of amp themselves up and run around the house and be screaming a lot, all right? And it's pretty intense stuff going on. Let's go through what we got here. Peanut butter caramel. Oof. So if there's any peanut allergies out there that are in the dinner tonight, this is the only place that peanut butter is, only in this. We have, oh, look at that. That was so close. Did you see that? I could have swore it went all over the table, but we're good. This is meringue, okay? Egg whites and sugar cooked out, oven dried, low and slow. Oof. And then to finish it off, berries. We've got some blackberries and strawberries sliced in there. So this is just fun times now. So let's do it. You gotta have yourself a little spoon. You gotta have some glasses. Don't use a flute. Either here, like what we have here, a champagne saucer, or you could do like, even just if you wanna use a water glass, you could do that as well. So we're gonna start it off. We're gonna first go, now you can see these bags, the bottom ends where you're gonna pipe out of haven't been cut open yet. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 1 in, 2 in. You're basically gonna divide this up amongst the 4, okay? Ooh. I think we'll make sure you get just a little bit more than that in there in the bag, okay? And then you're gonna go with the espresso. And we're gonna go right over the top. Basically what you're trying to do here is you're just trying to cover the chocolate. And don't worry, you're like, wow, it doesn't look like it's a lot. So, now the next stage is we're going to garnish it. Now there's 2 ways to garnish it. So by the magic of TV, or the magic of video, I'm gonna go get a blowtorch. There it is, the blowtorch. This is totally optional, you do not have to do this. I just love to torch liquid marshmallow or liquid meringue because and don't get it in your head that you can put the broiler on like you did the cheese croutons and stick it under. You'll break the glasses. So if you don't have a blowtorch, don't do it. It's okay. You'll want for next time, right? So we're gonna just go with the meringue chunks down into each container. Okay, and then next we're going to go with the caramel. So the caramel's probably a little stiff because they probably didn't give you instructions to leave it at room temperature. So if you're feeling it's just a little too stiff, just kind of let it come back up. But you just basically want to, and we don't have the power of time here to let that happen. So I just got to grab myself another spoon, which I've got now. And what I'm going to do is just going to put a nice solid dollop of that caramel. We don't want it liquidy. We do want it kind of firm. And you can do this pretty much any direction you want. I got a little out of control there, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, and then the next, so we've got this fouilletine. So these are like fancy French cornflakes, super fine, textural. Just gonna go a little splash down on each container and fill it up. I mean, look at how quickly these little containers, these little glasses, these flutes, sorry, saucers are filling up. Just having fun trying to figure out who needs more. Do you need more? May I have some more, please? All right, and now we're just gonna finish off with a blackberry on top. Yeah, just brilliant, chef. And then you've got your sliced berries, strawberries, and they've kind of macerated a little bit because we have sliced them the day before. If you think we've been in the shop since the morning, no. And that's okay that they've kind of macerated because they've opened up And they're like looking juicy and gorgeous. And there we go, everybody. We've got a little pot de creme of chocolate done with ginger, espresso malo, crispy feuilletine, crispy meringue, blackberry, strawberry, a little bit to finish it off. I hope you got your PJs. Happy Thanksgiving.
Be still, my darling. All is well, my darling. Your anxious heart may be slow. Oh, it weighs you down deeper than you know. Yeah, it weighs you down deeper than you know. Oh, darling, don't be scared. No.